Good morning, grade ones. I hope everybody's doing great today. I hope that you all enjoyed writing your acrostic poems earlier in the week with Mr. Vincent. And if you haven't already sent your poem to me, I look forward to seeing it. You can get your mom and dad to take a picture of it and send it off to me by my email. So aren't poems kind of fun to write? They are a way of writing that is very creative. You can use your imagination when you're writing them, and they can be written about almost anything. The other kind of cool thing about poems is that they break a lot of rules that we have to follow when we're doing other kinds of writing. For example, you don't always have to have words starting with capitals at the beginning of a sentence. You don't even have to have sentences in your poem. You don't need to use punctuation marks like periods or question marks or even exclamation marks. You can just skip those if you want to. But poems do have kind of their own set of rules that you do have to follow, especially if you're trying to write a poem that is a specific kind of poem. And the one that we're going to be doing today is called a Cinquain poem. Now, I'm sure a lot of you can tell me what the word cinq means in French. Okay, if you said 5, you're absolutely right. It means 5. And this kind of poem has 5 lines to it. And each line has to contain a certain number of words and a certain type of word. So we're going to go over to my chart right now, and we're going to have a look at how you can write your own Cinquain poem. Hi, boys and girls, back again. This is Rory. And Rory's important to our project today because he is who I am going to write my Cinquain poem about. And I'm going to do it on this chart here. And it has the 5 different lines that you are going to be writing your poem on. The first line, the one up at the top, is where you're going to put the title of your poem. And the title that I've chosen for my poem today is Rory. So I'm going to write Rory's name up top there, Rory. Now, the next part of my poem, okay, I have to write 2 words on the next line down. And these words have to be describing words. And describing words, another word for them is adjectives, but they tell something about the subject of your poem, who in this case is Rory. So one thing I'm going to write about Rory is he is a very playful dog. That tells you something about Rory. He is playful. The other thing I'm going to write about Rory is that he is a very loving boy. So those tell 2 important things about Rory. Right, Rory? He's have to scratch. Okay, the next line in our poem, there are 3 words in these, and these are action words. And a good way to remember what an action word is, it's a doing word, something that you're doing, but they often end in ing, that ing word. So we're talking about words like running and jumping and playing. So those are the kinds of the words that you want. So the words that I chose for Rory, some of the things he likes to do, first of all, he likes to snuggle. So he's going to snuggle, snuggling. And he likes jumping even when he's not supposed to. He likes to jump on people sometimes. So I'm going to put jumping. And when I first wrote my poem, I wrote playing. But then I looked up here and I already had a word with play inside of it. And there's not going to be very many words in this poem, so I don't want to use the same word again because it doesn't work as well. So instead of playing, I'm going to say that Rory is snoozing. That means he's trying to have a sleep. So far I've got Rory, playful, loving, snuggling, jumping, and snoozing. Now, the next line is a phrase, and a phrase is a piece of a sentence. So it's not a whole sentence. So I don't have to write He always wants to be near me. I'm going to just use a piece of that and go and write always near me. Always near me. And then another word for the title. Okay, so I'm not going to write Rory again, but I'm going to try to think of another word that kind of means the same as Rory. So the word I chose, I'm going to keep it simple. It's going to be puppy. So let's read my poem. Rory, playful, loving, snuggling, jumping, snoozing, always near me, puppy. So now it's time for you to write your own poem. Okay, you are going to find attached to the directions for the Cinquain poem that you will find in the blog today, a rough copy sheet that you can do your rough copy on. Here it says noun. That's just going to be who or what your poem is going to be about. It doesn't have to be about an animal. It can be about a person. You can do it about your mom or your dad or a brother or sister. You can do it about your pet. You can do it about a game that you really like, maybe Lego, something like that. So you're going to write what the title is. All of the rest of the words in your Cinquain poem have to have something to do with that word that you choose. So that's kind of an important one to choose. Okay, then you're going to have your 2 describing words, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. Those are all words that would be describing words. Then you're going to have your 3 doing words. Okay, running, jumping, playing, building. All those words are doing words. Okay, your phrase. The way I get this one is I start with thinking about a sentence about my topic, and then I take a piece of that's important and put it in there. Okay, and then I go down here and I try to think of something else, and it can be 1 or 2 words. So maybe if you picked Lego, down at the bottom you might write favorite toy or building, something like that, that kind of ties you back to the word that you chose. So your job today is to try to write your own Cinquain poem. Good luck. Think about what you want your topic to be and choose carefully the other words. Try not to use the same word or part of a word more than once. Remember my playful and playing? You don't want that in there. Okay, you're only going to be using probably 10 to 13 or 14 words in total to write your poem. So you really, really don't want to have more than 1 word the same in it if you can help it. Okay, I really look forward to seeing your poems. When you get your rough copy done, you can get mom and dad to help you to fix any spelling mistakes that you might have made in it. And then I would like you to do a good copy. And around the outside of the good copy, like we've done on other projects at school, you can illustrate. You can do some pictures about it. If I were doing some illustrations for Rory's poem, I might put pictures of him or his favorite ball or he and Sam playing outside, something like that. So anyway, I really look forward to seeing your Cinquain poems, and good luck. Thanks a lot. Bye now.